So here's the deal. I have been playing an absolute insane amount of Call of Duty Warzone. Pretty much every day I stream it from 5 to 8 hours over on Twitch. Once again, once this video goes live, I'm going to be playing probably for the same amount of time. It's the first link down in the description as soon as this video goes live. And on top of that, until Wednesday, there are drops enabled, which means just by watching my stream, you can earn some in-game items, including an MP7 weapon blueprint. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today, I wanted to talk about something a little bit more specific. In all this time that I've been playing Warzone, there are Easter eggs everywhere. And we've talked about that with the bunker Easter egg that we talked about at the end of last week. There's little teddy bear Easter eggs scattered throughout the map. But there's also a lot of nods and tip of the hats to older Call of Duties, specifically Modern Warfare series Call of Duties, Modern Warfare 1 or Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3, and they're scattered throughout the entire map. So what I thought I would do today is go through all of these little Easter eggs or tip of the hats to these older games and look at these locations in Call of Duty Warzone and compare them to the original locations or maps in the original Call of Duty games. And there's a lot of these, so buckle in and here we go. So the first area that we have here is a part of military base up in the top right hand side of the map. This area is actually one that I think a lot of people didn't know was going to be here, but this is of course Kill House, and it's actually a pretty good recreation of the DLC map back from Call of Duty 4. Now, the interesting thing about this is it's almost a full recreation. There's a red side, there's a blue side. Really, the only thing that's missing is the big tower that is in the middle on the Call of Duty 4 map. In this area in Warzone, that big tower is actually to the outside of this little area. But other than that, it's actually a pretty good recreation. The next thing we have here is once again a multiplayer map from Call of Duty 4. In the Warzone map, it is known as TV Station and is found kind of in the middle of the entire map, but in Call of Duty 4, you may know it as Broadcast, and this is an entire recreation of the entire map. If you go on the inside, it is nearly identical, which is pretty damn cool. Now, one main difference is in Call of Duty 4, this map actually took place in Iran in the Middle East, whereas now, obviously, with the Warzone map, we are in Russia, so that's one major difference. But aside from that, the maps are actually nearly identical. The next map from Call of Duty 4 is found in Port, or the Port of Verdansk, and this should be no surprise because this is already in a ground war map and a standalone map within the multiplayer of Modern Warfare. And of course, this is vacant. There's really not much to say about this one. It is nearly identical to that of the map of Call of Duty 4. It fits really well into the port area of the map. And like I said, there's really nothing fancy here. The only thing that I would say is it's kind of switched from an office space in Call of Duty 4 to more of an industrial area in Modern Warfare or Warzone. That is the main difference. Now, one of them that's a little bit less specific is a building that's found throughout the entire map, and it's just a little house that is the exact same layout as Grandma's house in the map Overgrown from COD 4. The exact same zipper set of stairs that leads up to the attic, the exact same layout, the exact same roof, everything like that. The only thing that's different is a couple of decorations here or there. Now that's it from the multiplayer maps of Call of Duty 4, but there's also a couple of locations from the campaign as well. The first one, and in my opinion the most obvious one, is the Ferris wheel. Down to the south of the map there is a Ferris wheel found on the map that is almost the exact same model of Ferris wheel from the mission All Gillied Up, down to the same sort of carts that go around the Ferris wheel and everything like that. And obviously this is a little Easter egg to that map. But there's also another building from that mission as well. The swimming pool building that is found right by Boneyard is the same exact building that was in this mission as well. But I also remembered as recording this video, this area is also on the multiplayer map Block. If you go back to the one side of the map, this exact swimming pool can be found. It's the exact same area as the campaign. I totally forgot this was in the multiplayer map until I actually did a little bit more research. But it's kind of cool to see the crossover between a Call of Duty 4 multiplayer map, a Call of Duty 4 mission, and also Warzone. And then finally, the last one, and personally one of my favorites, is the airplane from Mile High Club. Now, this is found at the airport, as you're seeing here, and this plane is identical to the plane from Mile High Club. Down to when you drop in, you see the bathroom to the left, the seats and boardroom are in the exact same area of the airplane. It is identical, and I find that pretty cool. But that is it for the first Modern Warfare game, Call of Duty 4. Next up, Modern Warfare 2. So first up, we have another one that you really shouldn't be surprised by. In the location on the Warzone map called Boneyard, there is a smaller location inside of that we know as Scrapyard. This is of course the multiplayer map for Modern Warfare 2. We also know this because Boneyard is already a ground war map within Modern Warfare, so no one was really surprised when this one came. However, I will say out of anything we look at today, this is probably the best one-to-one recreation of a multiplayer map we have seen. The lines of sight, the planes that are there are nearly identical to the map in Modern Warfare 2. Now moving on to probably my favorite location, it is down in the bottom right hand side of the screen, but it is known as Prison, but this is also the Russian Gulag from the Modern Warfare 2 campaign. And they remade this almost exactly how it was in the campaign. The outside looks nearly identical, but with some different coloring. It looks more desert-y than the one in Modern Warfare 2 looks more of like an Arctic tundra kind of vibe. But other than that, it is identical. The outside looks the same, and on top of that, they even recreated the inside where you go to save Captain Price. The prison cells, the middle area is all identical, and on top of all of that, down in the basement is the Gulag showers, the exact Gulag showers that were in the Spec Ops mission in Modern Warfare 2. All of this recreated and put together is bar none the most in-depth and detailed recreation out of anything that we are looking at today. The amount of detail here blows me away and is by far my favorite location on the Warzone map. Now our final location from Modern Warfare 2 is once again found all over the map, and it is of course Burger Town. Now, Burger Town became famous almost instantly in Modern Warfare 2, and I don't really know why, but they brought it back in Call of Duty Warzone as a Russian version of Burger Town to fit the whole idea of the map being in Verdansk. And they did it pretty perfectly, down to the signs, menus, and even the aesthetic of the restaurant. I really do think they hit the head on the nail. But that is it for Modern Warfare 2. Moving on to the final Modern Warfare game, though, Modern Warfare 3. Now, our first location for Modern Warfare 3 is found between TV station and military base, and this location is a plane crash, and it may not look familiar to you because it's not a multiplayer map, but it's actually from the Modern Warfare 3 campaign. In a mission in the Modern Warfare 3 campaign, Vladimir Makarov hijacks a plane with the Russian Prime Minister in it and crashes it into the ground. Now, in this mission, you kind of go through the plane and the wreckage of that plane, and it is identical to what we are seeing here in this location. It's a very small and very distinct Easter egg. I'm surprised they put something this small as an Easter egg into the Warzone map. So the last one we have here is to the south of the map, and it's a location called Park. And it's an interesting one because I don't necessarily think this is a remake of another map, but I got tweeted it a lot of comments about it, a lot of people sending me stuff about this one, so I thought I would include it and you can give me your opinion. Now, this park is just basically like a wide open area with a building in the middle, and a lot of people are saying that this is a remake of Liberation from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. It was a DLC map and it took place in Central Park in New York. To me, it looks vastly different. The only difference is both are a public park, but a lot of people were saying that there's some sort of crossover here. Maybe I'm missing it, but you can let me know down in the comments. I just thought I'd include it so you can put your judgment on it. But ladies and gentlemen, that is every remake location on the entire Warzone map. It's possible I'm missing a couple, and if I am, feel free to let me know down in the comments or tweet them at me. As always, that stuff is linked down in the description. But as far as all of these little Easter eggs on the map, I'm shocked with how many that they added in. Even the small ones, like the plane crash, or other things like the Ferris wheel, or other Chernobyl buildings like that. It is insane the amount of detail that they have taken from previous Call of Duty games. The one that blows me away the most is, of course, Goulag. But as I said before, I am absolutely loving the hell out of Warzone, and for the rest of the week, I'm probably going to be streaming all week. So like I said before, make sure you check out my Twitch, linked down in the description. But as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, you found it informative, it is always appreciated if you do hit that like button. It really does help out the channel. Also, if you like what you see here, want to stay up to date on everything Call of Duty, everything Warzone, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you turn notifications on. In the next couple of days, we should have an update coming out for Warzone, which of course I'll keep you up to date on. And let me know what you think of all these remakes down in the comments below. Let me know what your favorite drop location is. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this you